All right, Adam. Captain Jack, Rory, and Clara all walk into a bar.
Okay.
Moments later, they die.
Well,
Moments after that, Captain Jack walks out of the bar, Clara walks into a different bar, and Rory appears in the same bar 2,000 years in the past.
okay.
Planet of the pudding brains.
There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.
Would you like a jelly baby?
Shut up!
Hello and welcome, Whovians. It's time for a brand new episode of Musings of a Pudding Brain. So grab your scarves, grab your sonic screwdrivers, pull the lever, and let's get ready for another adventure. Spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers, darlings.
And I'm Adam.
And I'm Matt.
I almost forgot to introduce myself.
That's okay. I think by this point, they know who we are.
Hopefully.
If not, if this is your first time, welcome.
Yes.
So, today, we're discussing Season 11, Episode 8, The Witchfinders. We find ourselves in merry old England, 17th century.
Quick, though. I took all my notes this week, so I get to participate.
Oh my god, I don't have to carry the whole show?
No, you don't.
Well,
Okay.
take it away.
Yes, we find ourselves. Team Tardis finds themselves in 17th century. Well, we don't really know where, but it's the 17th century.
They figure it out eventually, but Graham seems to think upon landing that it seems like they're close to home. It seems familiar.
He believes that it's Lancashire. And oddly enough, it's actually called something else differently right now. But yeah, local folks are throwing a party. What?
Yeah, big street party. They're like, what's the occasion? Doctor immediately runs over, is like, apple bobbing, and like throws her face into the barrel. And
Like, yeah, let's do this.
they're like, what is it, a festival or something? No, it's Sunday. What? Okay. We do this every Sunday.
All right.
Good on you. All
Sweet.
right. Apple bobbing. Cool.
And then the bell rings.
Right. And any time where somebody ringing a bell summons the village and says it's Mistress Savage has summoned you, there'd better be beef jerky involved. That's all I'm saying.
You got to snap into that Slim Jim. And today's show is not brought to you by Slim Jim.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, it says Mr. Savage demands your presence at the ceremony. Dude's a total wet blanket.
Well, town crier. He's just,
It's his job. I
it's
understand.
his job. He's not in trouble, so
No.
what does he care? But yeah, everybody immediately starts off to the river.
Yes.
And when we get there, we find ourselves at a witch trial.
Yes.
Always a good time.
Witch ducking.
Yes. Where they've basically got this old lady strapped to a large tree.
Yeah, that's a tree.
Chained down to it. And, the test is fairly simple. They dunk her under the water, chained to the tree. If she drowns, she's innocent.
Yes.
If she lives, she's a witch and will be burned.
Yes. I actually wrote in my notes, I'm like, it's a witch trial. Parentheses, Monty Python jokes.
Yeah, it's a fair cop.
I was like, yeah.
We found a witch, may we burn her?
She turned me into a newt.
A newt.
I got better.
Burn her anyway.
Ah! The goose.
Yes. Now,
Anyway.
this is no laughing matter to
No.
the doctor, silly as we may be. And obviously, she's just given the rest of Team Tardis this big diatribe about, okay, look, hopping into the past, do not mess with the fabric.
Don't meddle with history.
Don't meddle with history. Even if you don't like what's going on, you can't muck about with it. I'm sorry, didn't we just orchestrate the Rosa Parks bus ride a couple episodes ago?
They found out that they were the ones that had to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Convenient. But anyways.
Don't meddle in history.
So the old woman, before she's dunked, calls out to, we're going to assume her granddaughter at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
And starts reciting this prayer, basically. I will be with you in the water, in the fire, in the air, in the earth. It's very druidic, paganish. Which, hey, middle of the witch trial. Way to prove your innocence.
Yeah.
Good timing on that. Just lean into it.
If I keep going with it, maybe no one will notice.
Right. Well, she's dunked.
Yes.
Doctor dives in after her, is able to get her free of the tree, but she's already expired.
Sadly, yes.
And, of course, Mistress Savage, Becca Savage, freaks.
Oh, yeah.
You've just messed with everything. Like, now we'll never know if she was a witch or not. Like, she drowned.
Yeah. She
Even
drowned.
by your own stupid rules. She was clearly innocent, and you're still a murderer. Which is pretty much exactly what the doctor tells her.
Yep.
And, of course, psychic paper gets flipped out, and it tells Becca that the doctor is the Witchfinder General.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, she in the psychic paper gives the person who sees it what they want.
Even though it's 17th century England.
Yes.
And
even then.
Okay. Fair enough. But moving on, Becca buys it and pretty much tells everybody, okay, nothing to see here anymore. Go home. Go about your business. And yes, doctor, anything you need, well, of course, it's under your control. We are here to do God's work.
There's also a really heartbreaking moment here when Willa just quietly says, I still have to bury my grandmother.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh,
so
that hurts.
Yeah. And this entire time, this shadowy figure has been tracing the steps of the doctor and company and just kind of watching what's going on. He's got like a masquerade mask on. It's not quite a plague mask, like a plague doctor's mask, but it's one of those. It's close. You almost want to hear David Bowie singing in the background, one of those kind of things.
Yes.
But he's lurking about, watching everything that's going on, and as Becca is leading the doctor away. Now, Yaz has gone off to catch up with Willa.
Right.
To see what's going on with her. So we follow the rest of the crew with Becca, and the doctor's trying to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is now Bilhurst Crag, or Bilehurst Crag.
Bilehurst.
And Becca is the landowner. Her husband is dead. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, the place is bewitched. Well, okay, so why are we walking? If you're the landowner, where are your horses?
Well, it turns out that, she had them all shot.
Yep.
Because they worked for Satan.
Yep. Now, on this note, personal aside, I tend to agree with her on this one regardless. But maybe extreme measures were taken with the horses, but I tend to agree that they are hellspawned. But
no.
Just personal experience.
Cats are. And that's what makes cats so perfect.
Yeah, but cats will at least keep you around while you're still useful. But anyway, horses are just mean. but yeah, so right away, Becca is clearly off her nut.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Graham and Ryan, in an aside, tell the doctor that they have walked the witch's trail, and they've never heard of this place.
Yeah, this isn't on any radar.
And Becca has now killed like 35 people.
36.
36. She was 36.
In a row?
In a row. Every Sunday.
Yes.
It's been going on for a while. How is this covered up? Why has nobody heard about this?
Yeah.
Aliens. It's always aliens, man. At this point, we flip back to Yaz talking to Willa.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically just doesn't get to talk to her, just comes up on her. Willa is burying her grandmother, throwing holly berries on the body, and saying the druidic prayer again about, I will be with you in the earth, air, water, fire, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
At which point, a mud tendril comes up and starts to attack Willa. Yaz busts in and just beats it down.
Thank you, Yaz, for being badass.
Yes. but at the same time, knowing when to run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, so Yaz beats it down. And Willa escapes, screaming,
Runs away.
runs away.
Do you blame her?
No, not at all. She just got attacked by a mud tendril, and the crazy woman come out, like,
Swinging a shovel.
Outlander maiden style, and just, like, yeah, beat it down with a shovel.
He's like, nope, not today.
And, again, it's 17th century England, and Yaz is a darker shade
Yes.
than they're used to dealing with. So, like, ooh, more! And, run away. Not good terms.
No.
But Yaz decides, okay, it's time to go regroup with the doctor, which in the meantime is with the fellas
Yes.
and Becca, and they're going over why Becca thinks the land is cursed. Well, because the crops are blighted and animals are bewitched, hence shooting the horses.
Yep.
And people are plagued by sickness and having visions, and it's clearly witches, and we will continue to root them out. And of course we were having a party, because anytime a witch is discovered and destroyed, it's time for celebration. And Team Tardis is just looking at her like, you are just insane, and
She is crazy.
Cold-blooded killing people,
She is absolutely crazy.
which is just fueled by the fact that she thinks she's doing God's work, because she references, just like King James says in his new Bible, and suffer not a witch to live. And at this point here busts in the mysterious figure with great drama and panache, and
Removes his mask.
very dashingly is like, I am King James, and I am here to save this village.
It's Alan
And
Cummings.
it's Alan Cummings, which, if
Thank
you
you.
don't know who he is, please find other stuff he has done. He
Yeah.
is an outstanding actor, and just hysterical when he gets flamboyant. And there's no other way to put
No.
it. He just has a certain flair to
He
him.
is. Yeah, he is at the very least, he's an overactor.
Oh, he's always an overactor.
And-
That's
but
just
that's-
his thing.
But that's what makes him so wonderful. But yeah, and I love the fact that immediately he's like, I have a flair for the drama.
Right, I'm traveling incognito to rid the land of witchcraft. Like, incognito, you have a troop of guards behind you, and you're wearing a friggin' masquerade mask about. You're the least incognito person out there.
Yes.
Like, shave. Nobody will recognize you, dude.
Wear different clothing.
Yeah, wear different clothing. Don't muck about in fine clothing. It's not everybody has your finery, dude. We all know
Yeah.
who you are.
Exactly.
But he's trying to stay low-key because he's got enemies everywhere. King James, historically, a lot of people wanted to kill him for
Yes.
a lot of different reasons. So he was the target of many, many assassination plots. So he's kind of rightly paranoid about everybody.
Oh yeah,
And
a lot of it from a young age.
from a very young age. Becca, of course, immediately starts to gush. Everybody else is just like, oh, it's the king. And he
it's the
wants
king.
to rid the land of witchcraft. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
So the psychic paper comes out again to tell him that, the doctor is actually the witchfinder assistant. She's immediately been demoted.
Yep.
Becca's like, well, she said it was the general. Oh, of course, she couldn't be the general. A woman. Are you insane? So you must be the general, correct? And looks at Graham, and Graham's just kind of like, who, what, me? What?
It's a-
sure, yes, absolutely.
It's a
sire."
very linear, hierarchy around here, though.
Yeah, and you are very much at the bottom of it. The doctor makes a comment later on about, if I was a bloke, I could just get about with my job without having to defend myself. But,
But
oh, where was it? Yeah, so the doctor plays it off like, well, actually, we all have our skills. Of course, mine send a woman to catch a woman, right? James is like, oh, yes, a clever ruse. You use your innate aptitude for nosiness and gossip.
ah,
And By the way, what is your area of expertise, my Nubian prince? And it's just
What's
like,
a Nubian?
hi, Ryan.
I need to
Bitch,
ask.
shut up.
Thank you.
Oh, Kevin Smith. You're
Yeah.
just throwing me off my roll there. But yes, there's that moment. And Ryan clearly understands, like, the king is hitting on me right now.
The king, he's hitting on me right now.
And
I just realized that.
he's a little flabbergasted and says paperwork mostly. And the king is just like, paper, fascinating. We'll have to talk later.
It's just like, oh.
And again, Ryan is just like, I'm kind of flattered, but this is weird. Because he's
Yeah.
just smiling like, the king just hit on me. He totally just hit on
it's
me,
the
right?
king, and I really can't say anything 'cause
Right.
it's the king.
And the king then proceeds to tell the doctor basically to pipe down and leave the strategy to him because she is just a female. So be quiet over here. And here's the plan. We're going to purify the land, starting with Willa. Isn't that a wonderful plan?
No.
And of course, Becca is willing to kill everybody to save their souls.
Yes.
Because she pretty much says exactly that. So they're planning to purge the entire village
Oh God, yeah.
by nightfall.
All right.
Now, we flip back. The Dr. Graham and Ryan have gotten away from Becca
Yeah.
and the king for a moment, and they're basically ransacking Becca's room. And you're like, okay, something has to be in here. We've got to figure out why she's doing this. And they find an empty medicine bottle and a whole pile of hankies next to the bed, which if this was a guy's room, that would be so suspect. I'm just saying. Somebody be like, wow, okay.
I do like the fact that there's a little bit of an Easter egg in here too. The first book that the doctor flips open, it's actually King James's Demonology, which he published in 1597, which is where most all of the witch trials were based upon, because he describes in it how to root out witches and how Satan has taken over the land through them.
So he was a fun guy all around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including using this tool that you use to basically poke the witch and poke people with.
Yep.
And, if they bleed, they're innocent.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, it's better than the dunking stool.
That's true.
So, all right, yeah, dude, just not too deep. All right, ow.
Oh.
Fine, move along. Oh, wait, I'm a guy. I can't be a witch. Ha-ha!
Yeah, that's another thing that I thought it was weird. No, there were wizards.
Ah, fine.
Or warlocks. I forget how it was.
Warlocks,
Yep.
I believe. But either way, they're off to this plan. Now, they also find a rather large axe under the bed,
Yeah.
which Ryan almost uses immediately as Yaz busts through the door, and
Boom!
he's about ready to swing.
like
He
is
pulls
ready.
himself up short. It was like, and she almost died right there.
And
Nervous
Yaz's
people
trip was
learn
over.
Learn to knock. And she fills in the doctor and the rest of them about the mud tentacle, which of course the doctor wants to immediately run off and
She has to
find
go
out
check
what's
it
going
out.
on.
You know. But leaving Ryan and Graham back just to stall Savage and James for as long as possible.
Right, which they decide the best way to do that is to flatter the king's witch-finding kit.
And just keep them talking.
And just try and keep them talking to the point where Ryan actually is like, so I'm sure there's a lot of interesting, did you say body parts in here? What could you tell me about those? And the king smiles and is like, later.
I'll tell you about those later.
I'm like, no, how about now?
Yeah.
How about now?
They did such a bad job of it, though.
They did the best they could. I mean, again, you're dealing with somebody who, if he doesn't like you, can immediately have you taken out.
That's true.
By his
Example, Graham getting the first Witchfinder General's hat, which has a bullet hole in it.
Right. Well, the dude betrayed the king, so he had to have him shot.
Yeah.
But he's sure Graham will do much better, and yeah, you can wear the hat. Which again, he just looks absurd in.
I know.
He does not wear it well at all. Most people,
but he wears it
don't.
the entire time, though.
Are you gonna tell the king no?
No, nope, not at all.
Exactly, because it's good to be the king. Sometimes. Now, Yaz and the doctor find Willa getting ready, basically to book it,
Oh yeah.
and find out that Willa's grandmother was a healer, and of course she's got all kinds of herbs and whatnot,
yeah.
and potions hanging.
That was a nice little lab she had going on.
Yeah, so clearly a witch. Never know why they went that way.
I don't get it either.
But apparently Becca is actually Willa's cousin.
Yeah.
And the lady that was dunked was, if I believe correctly, her grandmother as well.
I believe her grandmother as well.
So, dude, you just killed Nana. Cray.
Yeah.
It's just insane. So why would she even decide to do this? And the doctor basically talks Willa into staying. And you could run away, but what's the point?
Yeah, I like the fact that they all sit down and basically have a cup of tea.
Yes, her specialty.
Yes. And Yaz talking about being bullied. That 1 year in school that was, for her, absolute hell. And I was like, oh, Yaz was bullied. Character development. Okay, moving on. It's just like, I know that this is going to be a plot device. Like, immediately, you just hear that speech and you're like, that'll be a plot device later.
Yeah, later on. Now we flip back to Graham still trying to stall Becca a little bit, and they have a little back and forth about, well, you keep saying Satan. What do you mean? How do you know? Are you sure? Well, we'll root them all out, and so you're just going to try everybody. Well, if they're good people, then they have nothing to worry about. Well, are you good people? My conscience is clear. And storms on, like, good try, Graham.
Yeah.
And
for me, just seeing the way that she is not a good person. She's just justified her conscience.
yes,
Conscience.
conscience.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's justified her method by simply saying, "Nope, I'm doing God's will."
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, before I get off on that rant,
Nope. No rant like that.
we go right back to basically the doctor checking Willa over and giving her a quick scan, and
Man, like, what is it about you?
right, and there's nothing particular about Becca. She seems fine, or about Willa, excuse me. She seems fine, and another little speech about needing to stand up to Becca, and then we're off to get a mud sample, where we flip back to Ryan having his own little heart-to-heart with King James, and trying to stall him as much as humanly possible, and appreciating the big blue eye brooch that the king gave to him whenever he gave Graham the hat. He gives him this big piece of bling. I'll keep my eye on you. Dude, you are such a medieval pimp.
Yeah, I know.
But they talk about King James' general trust issues, and again, he's kind of justified in being paranoid. His father died under suspicious circumstances. His mother's beheaded. The regents who raised him pretty much both betrayed him at one point or another.
One was assassinated, one died in battle, and another died by suspicious circumstances. He said that there was many times that he was attempted at kidnapping, assassination, and explosions.
Right, because everybody knows Guy Fawkes, right? Guess who the king was?
It's James.
That's the gunpowder plot. So, in fairness, he was just trying to get Parliament, not the king necessarily. That would have been collateral damage, but he really was just trying to get Parliament. But anyways, we'll touch on Guy Fawkes later.
It's Ryan's reaction that makes this entire scene wonderful.
Right, where he just starts. I was like, "Oh, you're not kidding."
James is like, "No,
no." Oh. Wow.
People are literally trying to kill me all the time."
So, yeah, his issues are fairly justified at this point, and a little bit of his rage too.
Yeah,
I mean, but yeah, I have a little side here. It says talks about past and trust issues. See history books here. Holy crap!
yes.
Meanwhile, the doctor is off and has gotten her little mud sample in a little glass bottle that she got from Willa, and doesn't seem to be anything.
There's nothing special about the mud
about it until she gets some trapped in the jar.
Then it goes
and then
nuts.
It starts bouncing around like a Mexican jumping bean, and it's like, okay, you don't like being caged up. What's your problem? And the doctor's like got her face right in the bottle, going, "What's your problem? What do you want? Is just one of you? Is there a lot of you?" And Yaz and Willa are like, Doctor, turn around.
Doctor, hey.
Finally does. And, oh, there's Grandma.
We've got zombies.
We've got mud zombies. And yes, I'm calling them mud zombies.
Okay.
Which, of course, the doctor immediately starts to question. It's like, oh no, so what? You want this little piece? Is this part of you? Is it one of you? Is it what's? Oh, fine, here, take it, and tosses the bottle, which the zombie promptly eats, glass and all. It's like, okay,
all right.
I have so many questions. So did you just absorb that, or just eat it, or like what's going on there? And I see you're leaking out all over the place, and just firing off all these questions at the friggin' zombie, who's not responding at all.
Not at all.
But as she's getting her questions again, we have a doctor turnaround moment. And 5 more zombies have showed up.
Yes.
At which point they decide a tactical retreat is probably their best option and get the hell out of there.
Except for the fact that King James and crew just show up.
Right. Foiled another good escape. At which point, of course, the king wants to engage and destroy Satan's
immediately
minions and sends his trusted bodyguard in to shoot them, and the doctor's saying, no, don't do that, don't shoot. And yeah, he tries to fire at them, and they just like force blast him.
I feel so bad about Alfonso.
Well,
he was so cool, kind of. I mean, he was barely on screen, so
he carried around the friggin' luggage.
He was this episode's Boba Fett. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Seriously, don't do that. Nay, sir. Stay on target. Now, once he gets blasted, though, then they decide it's a good time to run away.
Yeah, everyone just runs away.
And they get a good distance off and realize, oh, hey, they're really not coming after us. We should go see what they're doing. And James is like, are you nuts? We just got away from Satan and you want to charge right back into battle? And the doctor's like, okay, no, I'm going to stay here with Yaz. You 3 go follow the mud zombies.
Yeah. So Yaz, Ryan, and Graham head off following the mud zombies.
Probably.
I like mud zombies, yeah. Mud zombies. Yeah. Leaving Willa, James, Savage, because I like just saying that. Savage,
and Willa.
Who's going to elbow drop from the top rope all the witches. And this Sunday. Oh, even better.
That would have made an awesome episode, I'm not going to lie. That would have been hysterical. That would have been a great crossover.
If somebody could put that together, that would be wonderful.
That would be, yeah, just
this entire episode.
Just meme
but it. Take Becca Savage out and put Randy Savage in instead.
God. Oh, that would be hysterical.
Oh, all right. So the doctor's trying to figure out, biggest witch hunt ever / alien invasion. She's like, I can buy one or the other happening, but not both at the same time. So she turns and starts questioning Savage about what's really going on. And Becca immediately accuses her of being a witch.
I see you with your wand over there. The sonic screwdriver.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, again. Should have seen that one coming a mile away.
And this is when we get that great quote of, honestly, if I were still a bloke, I could get on with the job and not have to waste time defending myself. I was like, oh, yeah.
Good point, but you're not winning your case to this crowd.
Yeah, I know.
James, of course, buys in and goes, I knew something was wrong with you right from the start.
Right.
And has her arrested. Now, at this point, Willa was forced to choose basically between King and family or the doctor. Now, who are you going to back? You're going to back her case and not trust us, who are speaking for God.
Yeah. We're
Or-
family, and I'm the king.
Yeah. Or are you gonna throw in with this chick here who we're probably going to kill anyway?
The witch.
Yeah. The witch. So Willa makes the hard decision and basically, backs down to save her own butt, which, considering the times,
I
you
understand.
can't blame her, and I'm sure the doctor didn't either. But the doctor is arrested. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, literally, Yaz and Graham and Ryan are basically following the zombies through the woods, like following this trail of holly berries.
Yes.
Which, can we do a little more Hansel and Gretel here? Really? How much trail experience does Graham actually have?
Probably not that much.
Really? I mean, besides maybe watching something on the BBC about it.
Probably
that.
He's like, I once watched a show about it.
Yeah, just a quick show. And continue following the zombies. And we flip back to the doctor now tied up and King James coming to have a conversation with her.
He's looking to get all the knowledge from her.
Yeah, that's going to take some time. Yeah, I want to know all the secrets of existence. And the doctor returns with, yeah, but true knowledge is earned. So stop this. Seriously, let me go. I'm not a witch. You know I'm not a witch.
This isn't
That's
going to happen.
exactly what a witch would say.
Yeah. Also figuring out that James seriously has mommy issues.
Oh, yeah, you think? And that he's a gigantic pious hypocrite.
Oh, God, yeah.
And calls him out. Again, this is, not helping your case of getting the knots untied, really.
I know. Yeah, great quote in this one, though, as well. We want certainty, security, to believe that people are evil or heroic. But that's not how people are. You want to know the secrets of existence? Start with the mysteries of the heart. That can show you everything if you stop being afraid of what you don't understand. It was just like, oh.
Damn it, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, oh, that cuts deep.
Yeah, needless to say, she does not succeed in changing his mind, and we're off to the dunking stool.
Yep.
Once she's getting chained up to the stool, and Becca is pretty much just telling her, I knew something was wrong with you, and, doing the Wicked Witch of the West. Get you, my pretty.
Yeah.
But she brushes up against the stool, and it zaps her. The doctor's like, what was that?
What's going on here?
What's going on? What was that? I knew you were hiding something. And tells her, yeah, you know why dunking stools were invented? To keep witches from talking. Like, oh, so this is personal.
Yeah. All right.
What are we really hiding? And, oh, by the way, I'm going to come after the rest of your friends when I'm done with you. No, she did not just do the supervillain throwdown.
Oh, she did. She did.
The doctor, of course, does not care for this, but while all this is going on, the rest of the crew have followed the mud zombies back to Becca's house, who they don't care anything about her, but they're doing a very John Belushi-ish stealth through the house.
Yes.
Very obvious. So luckily the zombies don't care.
Yeah.
what they're doing.
They're on a mission.
But they go into Becca's bedroom, grab the axe, and then off they go. Now, as they're following them back through the woods, they hear the bell ringing. It's like,
I think the mud zombies were actually getting cold, needed some firewood. They knew where the axe was. They were just like, oh, there's the axe.
Right. 'Cause zombies don't get cold. But anyways, I don't think so.
The mud got cold.
The mud got cold. Yeah, it's drying up. They need to... See, that wouldn't work either.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all. Muddled analogies.
No, that's where my mind went.
So, as they hear the bell tolling, they realize, hey, that's a witch trial. But the doctor wouldn't allow a witch trial to go, oh, it's the doctor, and they go running off. They do not get there in time.
No.
The doctor is dunked, and mud has started leaking from Becca's eye.
Yeah.
Which is what she's been hiding this entire time.
She's one of them.
Yes, she has been infected, apparently, which explains all of the hankies next to her bedstand.
Exactly.
You know, Ryan, Graham, and Yaz all basically convince James to raise the stool, that it's been long enough. Like, she saved your life.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, man up. He has the stool raised, and the doctor's not on it. Moment of, where did she go? Oh my goodness, she has ascended, or she was a witch. I knew it. And she's like, no, I'm over here. Okay, I just can hold my breath for a really long time, and I'm really good at getting out of chains.
You know, it was because of a very wet weekend with Houdini.
Right. Of course.
Yes.
Again, I want to see that episode.
I do like Willa immediately apologizes to the doctor. It's just like, I'm sorry.
Right.
And the doctor's like, yeah, no, I understand.
I get it.
I get it. Don't worry. I knew what I was getting myself into. But I also like Yaz just straight up correcting the king. Like, no, like, sir, actually. It's just straight up. It was like, they're not witches. They're infected by some weird alien mud. It was just, I was like, wasn't that supposed to be Graham's moment?
No, that was clearly yes, because she has just had enough.
She was like, no, it's not that.
We've
done
been
with
over
this.
Yes, because of course the mud zombies show up to take Becca. You know, it's the whole one of us kind of moment, and Becca tells them, you know, like, to stop and back off, and of course they obey, and this is when the doctor pieces everything together because Becca just completely loses her shit.
Yes.
And confesses, yes, I've been infected. I cut the tree down, and this tentacle struck me, and
you know, the tree was blocking her view, man.
Yeah,
spoiling the view of the hill.
Spoiling the view of the hill.
So yeah, gotta cut that thing down.
This. And of course, whenever she cut the tree down, mud tendril comes up, sticks her in the leg, and she just takes medicine for it and tries to fight it. And oh, who does she get the medicine from? But Grandma.
Grandma.
She then asks to, quote unquote, her word is lance the infection out.
Grandma had
that axe in her hand, so we're gonna guess lance, quote unquote, really means amputate.
Yes.
And Grandma couldn't do it.
No.
So Grandma gotta die because now you know my secret, and that's why Gran got dunked.
Yep.
And of course she had to keep pointing the finger at other people while she was fighting the demon within her.
Yeah.
But now she can't control it, and she's confessing everything and basically telling King James, like, yes, take me out. I am the witch. I am the one. James is like, yes, you're the witch. I'm like,
I knew all along.
Dude.
No, whatever. Stop it.
Yeah, just stop.
And then she turns.
Right, just completely morphs.
Yep.
I guess reptilian would be the best sort of.
Kind of.
I don't know. She's a very odd brownish, muddish texture.
Yeah.
skin.
Which may or may not be scaly.
Yeah, which may or may not be scaly.
It was weird.
It's kind of weird under the wig, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird under the wig.
Like, if they could have gotten rid of the wig, I think it would have sold it and just give her like a, I don't know, fan.
Something, I don't know.
Weird ears or something. I don't know.
But apparently this alien race is called the Morax, and they have been imprisoned on the hill due to quote-unquote war crimes.
Yes.
So Lord only knows.
The name of the hill is Pendle Hill, which Graham, Ryan, and Yaz all recognize as being a hill in Lancashire. But what's this other town's name? Like,
Right, why is this Bilehurst?
yeah.
But the prison, the lock was broken. Becca broke the lock. It was the friggin' tree
It was
that
the
she
tree.
wanted to cut down. And at this point, they basically do the villain monologue of, we are going to take over not only this village, this town, this country, we're going to take over the world. And
Yep.
we're going to bring you pain and aggression. And they force blast everybody. This trick is getting old for them at this point.
At least, though, this time everyone got knocked out.
Yes, not dead, but which again was like, why are they suddenly pulling back? They're threatening to take everybody out. Why did they not just take this entire group out instead of just knocking them unconscious?
Villain monologues, then runs away. So the
Right.
hero can come back again.
The you'll never stop me in time. Ploy.
Exactly.
Fair enough. But the entire group,
Because
all
heroes
wake up.
are stupid.
And villains are often dumber than the heroes.
Yes.
Everybody wakes up, but the only one who wasn't with them is, of course, King James. Now, at this point, Willow gives us the translation. Bilehurst means a sacred tree on the hill. So, yeah, let's cut the friggin' tree down, because that isn't, like, the ultimate foreshadowing of just, like, we told you what it was.
It's in the name. Like,
Literally.
you leave the tree on the hill alone.
And, of course, the dunking stool is made from that tree.
Yes.
Which is why it zapped Becca, because it was trying to re-engage a security protocol and send the Morax back into the prison, but it's broken because she cut it down.
Yep.
Figure how that works. But it's actually a biomechanical security unit. Which, of course, since it's already broken, they cut up even more.
And they make it into torches.
And they make it into torches. So now we literally have a villager mob going after the monsters in the night.
Yes, we literally have torches going after the witches. And Graham is still wearing his Witchfinder General's hat.
Still wearing it. And to save the king,
Yes.
who is tied up against a stump during a ritual, which looks like a bubbling cauldron, and they definitely summon forth a demon, quote unquote,
Yes.
from the stump because they're going to fill this king with their king. And you almost see James be like, that actually doesn't sound too bad. But
he's like, actually.
can Ryan come?
Immediately he's
But
like,
no,
ooh, tendril
he's-
monster. No.
Yeah, no, he's you terrify me, but I still have my faith. They're like, that's cool. We're
Yes.
still gonna take your body.
Yeah, that's still not going to change anything. Okay.
And of course, the cavalry comes storming in after the enormous tentacle is in the air, and the smoke corrals the Morax away,
Yep.
basically. And friggin' lead Morax, the queen, starts monologuing again, which
Yep.
don't try and out-banter the doctor.
No,
This is really the worst thing you could do.
It doesn't work.
But the doctor this time doesn't even really banter.
Nope,
Just
just-
kind of busts up and then slams a piece of the tree.
yeah,
we're gonna go with
her torch.
yeah, into the stump, which
basically just
basically
reactivates the
reboots-
system.
Yeah, reboots the system and somehow takes the place of this giant
She
friggin' tree that
she
used
turned
to
it
be
off
there.
and turned it back on again.
And starts sucking all of the Morax and all of the Morax cells back into the ground, so all of the mud zombies drop.
Yes.
The queen does the typical, I'm not going to leave, you can't make me. And King James is like, nope, screw that, burn witch, and grabs a torch and just plunges it straight into her chest.
Which causes her to explode.
Yeah, absolutely explode. Like, not expecting that reaction.
It's like, oh, I was half expecting her to just, burn.
Yeah. The doctor, of course, is pissed. And like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to kill her. And James is like, I just defeated Satan.
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
He got
Of
to kill a
course
witch.
I'm happy about this. Yeah. Yeah. And the doctor's like, well, got what you want.
Yeah.
And is really, really not happy with
Oh,
him.
no, not at all.
Which, of course, as we flip to the next day, the crew is heading back off to the Tardis, and James and Willa are right behind them. And James is like, listen, I know she's put out with me, but is she really always like this? And Ryan's like, yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
She's mad at you, man.
Oh, yeah, this is her mad at you. You do not get talked to
Yeah.
at all.
And, oh my, what is this apparition looking at the TARDIS? And she turns around and is like, just another one of those secrets of existence that you're never going to know about. Like,
It's like, oh,
she's getting saucy.
oh, there was salt on that one.
There's a lot of salt. But the doctor, or James, I should say, basically says, listen, I will do as you ask me. I will cover this all up. I will even get rid of the name. Nobody will even know what this place was or what happened. It will be wiped away and I will hide it. Like, great. Another friggin' government cover-up.
Well, sometimes you have to do it.
Willa has slightly more altruistic plans. She promises the doctor that she is going to go become a doctor.
Which is awesome.
Which is, okay, good on you. James has one last kingly command before they depart and asks Ryan to come off to London with him.
To be his protector.
Be his protector and his friend.
I love... Right away, Ryan just immediately turns around and looks at Graham and Yaz. And Yaz is like, so, what's your answer?
Yeah, they're both
Come
just
on.
bobbing eyebrows at him like, all right, come on, because you're never living this one down no matter
What's
what
your answer
you
on
say.
this one?
And Ryan, he handles it very well.
Yes.
He takes the brooch that the king gave him, the eye brooch, is like, so, we're kind of freelance, but here, I'll keep my eye on you, and you behave yourself now.
Yeah.
And as
you
he's
calm down a little bit.
Yeah, you just behave yourself. And as he's walking by, Graham looks back and says, or we will rain down upon you with great vengeance and furious anger. And James, who has just written the Bible, again, looks at him and says, oh, Ezekiel?
No, Tarantino.
Yeah. Like, nice. Which, of course, King James was like, well, what? Huh? Doesn't get it, but
I just
everybody
love
else
the-
is cracking up about
The
it.
fact that it was a Tarantino reference in Doctor Who.
Right. Doesn't matter. Loved it. It's
Like,
a
thank you.
little nod and a tap there. Now, the next reference to come is a little more on point, where the doctor, after Graham drops his Tarantino bomb, looks at James and says, listen, a wise man once said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yes.
Now, that's a quote from Arthur C. Clarke, who famously co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's part of his 3 laws of... Actually, it's his 3 laws.
Yeah, just his 3 laws. Don't
Yeah.
confuse them with Asimov.
Yeah, no.
It's not the three laws of
No.
robotics, which we've broken so many times on Doctor Who.
Oh, of course.
So many times.
Once you set a law, you then know how to break that law.
And you usually have to when you're the Doctor. It's just kind of how she rolls. But after that quick little reference, the group pops into the TARDIS and off they go.
Yes.
Leaving James and Willa just staring off into space going, oh,
Wait.
where did they go?
What just happened?
Yeah. And credits.
I definitely enjoyed this episode. Like, it went from, oh, this is serious, to, all right, so it's kind of a romp, to, okay, no, this is serious again.
Horrible things are really going on while
Yeah.
everybody's joking about.
And then you, like, And that was the first two acts. Was like bouncing between those two emotions. They found the balance. And then the third act purposely just goes, yeah, no, we're going off the rails here because we can break this rule. And it's aliens this entire time. And you're like, okay, you know what? It's Doctor Who. Let's buy it.
Yeah, right.
Where are we going from here?
Because this is not the most ridiculous thing we've encountered during this show.
No.
No, it's not the Doctor and companions riding a Triceratops on a spaceship. It's not,
Exactly.
Thank you, Matt Smith. But,
who may or may not be held hostage by the first Doctor.
right.
I love the fact that he's played a villain in Doctor Who, and he's played the first Doctor. Good on him. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Matt, next week, we're getting back to scary with It Takes You Away.
It Takes You Away. I can't wait to watch this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are going to jump and squeal like a little girl.
Oh,
I just know it.
I don't deal well with jump scares, and with that title, there's going to be someone just gets snatched.
Well, you're in the Norwegian fjord.
Ooh.
So right away, whatever we're dealing with, I bet it's Viking, and that is never good if you're on the angry end of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking the episode out this week. Matt, you have a great week as well.
You as well, sir.
And go ahead and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down in the description. While you're going down there, though, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, join the notification squad, and remember to keep your eyes and ears out because you never know where or when the Doctor is going to turn up next. Have a great week, everybody.